API functional monitoring. The types of relationships that monitors of private APIs can have with their schedules, public locations, APIs and environments. Here you can see the types of relationships that monitors of private APIs can have with their schedules, public locations, APIs and environments. Each type of relationship is indicated with a unique line style. Here you can see monitors and schedules are in API functional monitoring, and here the private locations and private here the private location 1 to 4 and APIs 1 to private APIs 1 to 7 are in environment A, and here the private location 5 and private API 8 and 9 are in environment B. Here environments are in A and B are in anypoint virtual private cloud, and anypoint virtual private cloud is in Cloud Hub, and here public API 10 is in World Wide Web. Here the monitor one's relationship indicated with the solid black arrows. Single schedule, single location, single environment. Monitor 1 runs on single schedule, schedule A. The schedule is associated with the private location 1. The monitors is written to test one or more endpoints in the private API 1 and private API 2, although it could also test endpoint in more private APIs. The private location and the APIs are in a single environment A. Monitor 2 runs on two separate schedules, schedule B and schedule C, and each is associated with the same private location 1. The private location is shared with the schedule that runs monitor 1. Monitor 2 is written to test one or more the endpoints in the private API 3 and private API 4, although it could also test endpoints in more private APIs. Private locations and APIs are in a single environment A. Monitor 3's relationship indicates relationship indicated with the dash and dotted light blue arrows. Multiple schedules, multiple locations, single environment. Monitor 3 runs on two separate schedules, schedule D and schedule E, and each is associated with different private locations. Private location 2 and private location 3. Monitor 3 is written to test one or more endpoints in API 5 and API 6. Although it could also test endpoints in more private APIs. The private locations and the APIs are in a single environment A. Monitor 4 force relationship indicated with dotted orange arrows. Multiple schedules, multiple environments. Monitor 4 runs on two separate schedules, schedule F and schedule G, and each is associated with the different private locations. Private location 4 and private location 4 and private API 7 are in environment A, and private location 5 and private location and the private API 8 are in environment B. One environment could be test environment and the other environment could be a production environment. Where private API 7 and private API 8 are copies of the same API. Monitor 4 is written to test one or more endpoints in the private API 7 and the same endpoint in private API 8, although it could also test endpoints in more private APIs. Monitor 5 is 5's relationship indicated with the solid violet arrows test private and public APIs. Monitor 5 is run on the one schedule H, although it could run on multiple schedules. The schedule is associated with the private location 5. Monitor 5 is written to test one or more endpoints in private API 9 and public API 10. Private locations 5 and private API 9 in environment B, and public API 10 is on the web. Now this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching it.